This is Frog Rock, and according to all my research and online searching, there doesn't seem to be a way up this rock, to the top at least, without a harness and some rope. But today, I'm going up with a backpack, a camera, some good old hiking boots, and we're going to figure this out for ourselves. Can we make it to the top of Frog Rock? Alright, we're at the trailhead here. Walking into the trail. Let's go. Alright, here's Frog Rock right here. We're here at the trailhead. I'm planning on hiking up to this junction and then hiking up to this ridge right here. Bushwhacking down this ridge to Frog Rock, trying to get on top of Frog Rock and go to the end as far down as I can. And then there's a little ravine here. We're gonna hike down the ravine. We're gonna go back to the Frog Rock climbing trail, and then we're gonna hike back down from there, make a little loop out of it. So I purposely didn't do a ton of research for this, mostly just because I kind of want it to be an adventure and to kind of figure out for myself. But one of three things is gonna happen. It's gonna not be that bad. Number one, I'm gonna get up there. It's gonna be sick, kind of scary, but not too crazy. And it's gonna work out. Number two, it's gonna be a crazy adventure that's like really fucking scary and sketchy. Number three, I'm gonna get there and just be like, all right, there's no way in hell that this is possible without like rock climbing gear or me free soloing. And then we're just gonna turn around. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Chances are it'll be somewhere in between the first and the second one, but yeah, view's pretty so far. Damn, it's pretty. Gorgeous. There she blows. There's the ridgeline we're gonna hike along to get down to Frog Rock. Beautiful view of the bridgers in the distance. Check them out. 3 miles in. We're not even at the ridge yet. It's pretty, but it's longer than I thought, and we're getting kind of high up, so getting tired. I hope I brought enough water. Fucking find out soon enough, I guess. Might have to turn around a little early, we'll see. All right, there's the ridge over there. Found this really beautiful spot on the side of the trail. It's kind of scary, but damn. I think I see a cave right there. Sick. Holy shit. What a fucking view. All right, we made it to the top of the ridge and we're already 4 miles in, which means this might end up being a 9-mile day, but damn, is it beautiful. And that's not Chestnut Mountain there, that's a false peak. Chestnut Mountain is behind it. We're not gonna go all the way up there today. I'm gonna save Chestnut Mountain for another day. All right, just checked my water supply, and I actually have more than half my water left, which I did not think I did. So that's a very good sign. And that means that I'm actually gonna be trying to go down to Frog Rock. But first, I took my drone up here, so we're gonna take the drone out, and we're gonna use that to scope out the ridgeline. And also, it's gonna be really pretty, so let's do that. Bushwhacking the ridge to find a place to fly my drone. Man, I just cannot get over these views. I'm taking way too many videos, but I really just, these videos just don't do justice how beautiful it is. Good Lord. There's a town down there. Man. Been bushwhacking for a little bit and it's getting thicker, but there is some sort of a trail here. Whether or not it's a game trail or a human trail or a mix of both, I don't know, but either way, it's a trail on the ridge, so we're following it. All right, the trail is not very established because it's kind of been on and off, and 80% bushwhack, 20% trail maybe. But yeah, we're almost there. We're almost at the fun part of the ridge, it seems. And to get back to the trail, we just have to go that way from here. So that's probably what's gonna end up happening. I don't think we're gonna hike down through one of the ravines, because looking at it from the trail down there, they looked way too steep to safely descend. But yeah, we're here, we're making it happen. Let's go, baby. I think that's moose poop, don't know, but there's a ton of it up here. Got my bear spray with me. There's the trail all the way down there. And we made it to the sketchy part of the ridgeline. Let's get it. Big cliff right there. Oh boy, what have I gotten myself into? Fly the drone soon. Look for a nice spot to sit down, maybe on that rock right there. Alrighty, yeah, we're starting to get into the thick of it here. We're definitely gonna have to go around these towers because getting up those not gonna be very possible without free soloing, which not happening. However, I think I'm gonna use the drone here because it looks like this next part is gonna be pretty technical to navigate. So we're gonna use the drone to help us figure it out and make the rest of the ride easier, and also just get kind of a lay of the land. All right, we're taking off the drone at 6,700 feet elevation. Let's go. It's scary sitting here. Hey guys, I'm editing right now, and I'm just gonna do a little voiceover for this part. So 2 things about the drone. I didn't have an SD card with me, which means that the video isn't gonna be the highest of quality. So it's kind of more just to show you guys what it looks like rather than get the most pretty shots possible. And another thing is that the drone shoots formats that are very, very wide. And I shot this whole video with my phone vertically, which means that in order to fit the format of this video, I'm gonna have to shrink the drone footage a little bit. In my future videos, now that I've learned this, I will probably start filming all my videos horizontally. Anywho, after taking the drone footage of the rest of the ridgeline, it appeared that it would be definitely very possible to bushwhack to Frog Rock, but with the drone footage here, I was scoping out what it looked like if I wanted to actually climb on top of Frog Rock, and that looked rather impossible, but I figured that, you know, the drone shows one perspective, and when I'm there, everything's going to look a little bit bigger, and I'm going to have a different perspective. So I decided to just keep going anyways, partly just because I came this far and I wanted to see Frog Rock, and partly because I thought there was still a chance, but even if not, I knew it would still be really cool and pretty anyways, so that's what I did. I kept going. So I made that decision and then brought the drone back. Here's me landing it in my hand, and then kept the journey going. We still have more than half of the time we've been hiking until sunset, so we'll be good. I have a portable charger, and I've had service the whole way, so should be okay. We're gonna keep pushing. We're so close, yeah, so far. All right, we're gonna look for a way up in the second, but bang, we made it to Frog Rock, motherfucker. Let's get it. Let's look for the way up. All right, boys and girls, it was a successful mission thus far. Now begins the return journey. Let's hope to make it back before sunset, but holy shit, would sunset be pretty from up here. Let's give you guys one more good look at the view, and then we'll start heading back down. Farewell, Frog Rock. It's nice knowing you. Maybe I'll be back one day with the climbing gear to get up to the top. All right, at this point in the adventure, I found a skull, but I was gonna say I was blasting music really loud, so I'm gonna have to do the voiceover because you cannot hear shit that I was saying in the video. Anywho, when I made it back to the top of the ridge, this is what I had to bushwhack through to make it to the trail. It was probably about a quarter mile of getting my legs scraped up until I finally made it back, but it was awesome. All right, we're getting to the bottom. Got maybe a mile and a half, maybe 2 miles to go, but I feel my energy depleting. It's gonna be 9, maybe 10 mile day through the mountains, which is a good amount for me. We made it back. That was one of the prettiest hikes and the coolest things I've done all summer. It was a blast, and this train has been going by for the last 5 minutes with no sign of slowing down. And yeah, it was a great adventure though. Peace. Have a good day. Alrighty, I'll let the All Trails recap play as I close out the video by saying this is my first ever YouTube video. Thank you guys a shit ton for watching to the end. It makes me really happy. Let me know if you did in the comments. I'm really excited to hear if anyone does. Anyways, I plan on continuing this into the future. I am really into the outdoors, really into skiing, hiking, mountain biking, climbing, the works. I do it all. If you're interested, and that seems like something you want to see more of, I will be doing it. And yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next adventure. Woo!